Welcome everybody, it's tractorchute here for another 5-day challenge video. In the lower left hand corner, playing as our red Terran, it will be Eric. Eric will be playing as the red Terran. In the upper left hand corner is the submitter of this game. It is BrickS as the blue Protoss, and he says, "Hey ya mate, good luck, have fun mate." I don't know, he might be Australian, who knows. He says a hi from his opponent. Very nice man, young Eric. In this game, you are more than likely going to see Mass Zealot for sure. Definitely see some Zealots, and he will have his choice out of the combination with the Zealots to have a Carriers or Tempest, depending what he feels will be best. Take a look at our good old APM tab. It is a bronze versus silver. He asked if kangaroos are there, so there you go. He is not from Australia, or he would not be asking about kangaroos, because Australians know all about kangaroos. You ride them, they hop down into the forest there, and they help you get little minerals. I know how it works. They should actually do a game like that where it's animals. I think would be kind of neat. Like, what if you took the StarCraft 2 game and you replaced it with animals? So you had like freaking gazelles or something that would mine for you. And hopping kangaroos would go, and they'd be like your little fighters. They'd box and shit. And you have big polar bears, and you could have porcupines for shooters. I think that'd be kind of neat. It'd be like wildlife craft or something like that there. I think that'd be a pretty neat game, actually. I used to play in what's that game called? Total Annihilation. I always thought that was one of the neatest games that never really did. Well, actually, I guess it did fairly good for its time in the day there. You used to have to get metal. You would extract metal is how you'd build your units and shit there. And I thought that was a pretty neat game because they'd have little metal deposits throughout the map. Plus, when you kill the tanks and shit on the other team there, you can go and mine their metal. But yeah, Total Annihilation was a really cool game. I used to play quite often. They had a few of them out there. They had another one with a fucking motorbike on the cover. I can't remember what it was called. It was a strategy game as well, a real-time strategy. And it was a fairly neat one. They had another one with these alien animals with these big size on them, which was pretty cool. I used to play a lot of real-time strategy. Heroes of Might and Magic was probably my heaviest time killer. I used to play Heroes of Might and Magic 2 when it first came out. I got the demo in the PC Gamer magazine. I never did play Heroes of Might and Magic 1, but Heroes of Might and Magic 2 was pretty sick. Probably the best of their series. Next to 3. 3 was actually really good. But 2, I remember spending so much time on that game. Freaking, I'd play that game forever. If you've never played it, it's a turn-based game, but it's a very, very fun one. But I recommend you play Heroes of Might and Magic 3 or 2. The newer ones, 4, 5, and 6 pretty much sucks. 6 I'm getting into right now. I'm trying to finish it off here. But I still say 2 and 3 by far were the best. Anyways, that's enough jibber jabber here. Let's get into our game here. We are going to get ourselves a early engineering bay. Wowzer. So we do have 2 racks going into an engineering bay. Also have the 1 gas down. Meanwhile, there's opponent here, BrickS, has got the quick expo out. Forge fast expand. Looking pretty good. Forge in the back of the base. A couple pylons going down. The wall this baby off. We'll get 1 cannon down. Very well done there. In the meantime there, the opponent there finishing up with the good old engineering bay. And we do have a first, we actually have a reactor down. Eric, oh sorry, it's Eric. I thought that was our good man BrickS. Eric has down the good old reactor going down there, and also has himself a tech lab on the other one. And we're going 3 barracks, so we're going very heavy with the bio build here. In the meantime, there is opponent getting down, basically canning off, making sure he can set his base up to be defended. A little bit surprising he's not just setting everything up down here, but maybe he expects to be harassed by the Terran early in the mineral line, not too sure, but he's walling the heck out of that mineral line here while he has the expansion finished up here. So he'll mine away at the expansion. His opponent in the meantime, he is going to elect to start spitting out units very, very quickly. He might be looking to do a little bit of early timing pressing, usually about maybe 9-10 minute mark, just start pushing. We'll soon find out. No orbital out as of yet, no upgrades at the engineering bay, but it has the option to do so when he wants. And way over here, we do have ourselves Pylon Photo. Wowzer, is he ever fending this mineral line? He is not pissing around. Definitely wants to make sure that mineral line is walled off. Very well done by BrickS. BrickS builds houses. There you go. BrickS are made for building houses, so maybe that's why he's building such a good structure around here. Has himself fully saturated on the main, but of course he's got no gas, so he might be looking at a mass Zealot. That would be a pretty good prediction considering we are not getting the gas until the 6-minute mark, but we'll soon find out as he doesn't really have any gateways. What the hell is he doing? That is a crap ton of freaking cannons he has around that mineral line, basically saying you could take by natural, but you sure as hell are not getting into my main. Very unique build there. I do like to see that. Also, to let you know, I do have NHL 14. If any of you play that on PS3, feel free to hit me up. You can add me on CStewart2009. You can hit me up on the PSN network, and I will play some games with you. I do play EASHL quite a bit there, so if you want to get into some games with me, please let me know. Loving NHL 14 so far. Just picked it up last Friday, a couple days after its actual release, and have been putting quite a few hours into it. Actually trying to play goalie this year. I'm pretty decent at the game as a forward, but trying to play goalie this year, trying to get that baby going, see if I can get any good. I've skipped out on hockey the last couple of years because I didn't think the improvements were good enough, but now I've got it this year. We will put some good time into it here. We are getting some odd missile turrets here, so fairly interesting as he's missile turreting around the front of his mineral line. Wouldn't mind seeing one more go into the back of the mineral line, but he is getting mules out, so very well done there. It's going to work this off of one base, so a little bit surprising that he hasn't pushed as of yet, but like I say, it might be a timing push. Usually at the 9-10 minute mark, he can amass enough of an army to start pushing out here. It doesn't look like we're even getting into the medevacs. Finally getting a factory down here, so going to be very late on the medevacs. And there we are, freaking BrickS. You damn well love your cannons. I will tell you that much. We do have 4 cannons down there. Another gateway to wall off the mineral line up there. Oh, so that is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cannons on the map. BrickS is not pissing around, I'll tell you that much, and has a second base fully saturated outside of the gas. So this base looking pretty good as well. So he is not looking too bad. If we take a look at the income tab, it's going to be ridiculous. It is almost 1,500. So we got about 800 lead. 800 lead there and about 100 on the gas. So looking really good so far, BrickS. And his opponent in the meantime has himself an army. I will give you that much there, as BrickS has himself 0. Doesn't even have a Zealot build yet, so I'm not entirely sure if he's gonna look. Fuck me. 3 more cannons are going down here. This is unbelievable. He is getting himself some ground armor, so it leads me to believe we're gonna see some gateway action pretty soon here. Aside from the one gateway that's on the field. BrickS, you have my curiosity here as to what the hell you're doing. Hidden expansion going way up here. Maybe he was scouting, realized his opponent wasn't there, so decided, fuck it, I'm going to build something down here. Look at the vision tab. Yeah, hasn't even scouted his opponent. So very interesting. Both these guys playing it blind. Opponent hasn't scouted either, so very, very interesting here. Almost at the 10-minute mark. Still no push out of any of them here. We are definitely going to speed this baby up. I'm not entirely sure if any of these guys intend on moving out here. I can guarantee you BrickS is not going to move out because he doesn't have a damn unit. We're at pretty the 10-minute mark. This is impressive if you can pull the win off in this one, my good man. Still no units. You are setting a record here, and we are going right to Stargate. So he is definitely saving up for a pure Stargate type build here, especially working off the one gateway. But at the same time, I'm very confused as why we're wasting minerals on upgrades, considering you do not have any ground units, nor are you building any ground units. Might be confused, maybe thinks those upgrades are for air. I'm not entirely sure, or maybe I'm missing something here, which I very well could be. We're getting down 8. Why not put some more cannons? That wasn't enough cannons, so we're gonna get some more cannons down here. Want to make sure we have at least 12 per base here, so we're a little bit short up here. I feel that the 7 is not enough. We can maybe put a few more in here, see where that green box is, maybe like 2 or 3 layers. There we go. Now we're talking. This is getting serious now. What the fuck? I've never seen so many cannons in my life. I do like this, BrickS. You have my interest. This is awesome. Probably the most boring game ever. Well, it is partially boring, but you are sure as hell entertaining me. I will tell you that much. There's a lot of freaking cannons here, and watching build at 2 times does help a little bit. But yeah, why not build some more over here? Don't think we have enough. So if we take a look at our what the hell is our cannon count anyways? 27 cannons on the map. Very well done by you. We'll take a look at the production tab here. Finally, Tempest, and we are 4-gate. Wowzer. 4-gate is the build here, or 4-star-gate, sorry. I do like this, and now we're finally getting gateways. Maybe it was macro to the 13, 14 minute mark and then start putting units out. And once again, a robo facility is going to go down here, so we are going to see a robo out of BrickS as well here. So we did see that earlier. I can't remember who did the other build there. I think it was Hash Browns possibly that actually did use an observer. Like I say, observers are allowed. They weren't condoned to not have any observers, so you can use one. It just might dock you a little bit there, but like I say, I didn't mention it in the rules, so you can take advantage of it if you wish. And in the meantime there, we're getting a lot of probe transfers. They're all heading out there on the map here. Meanwhile, his opponent really could have pushed at any point in time and won this game. As if you take a look at the unit count, we only have the 3 Tempests on the map here, and the 1 Mothership Core. 101 freaking 18 probes, or 18 SCVs. Very not entirely sure what his opponent here was doing. What were you doing, Eric? Eric has 18 SCVs to the 104 probes. Looking at the income tab, we're still up by about 1,400 on the gas, so looking pretty good. Is getting himself some air armor as well here. His Tempest count is going to get pretty ridiculous. 5 gates. Wowzer, that is a lot of stargates building into this here. Is also going to have a lot of zealots, I would have to imagine here, as he does have himself down with 7 warp gates there. Wowzer, once all these units come out here, we have our count now up to 8, and we are getting a couple more out. It's going to give ourselves 10 Tempests, and that is going to be a tough build to deal with here. Look at all those transferring probes here, as he does have this more than saturated. Could probably expand 3 or 4 more times before his opponent elects to do anything. There's the Zealot warp in. If it means anything to anybody that's watching, he is going to be at 200 food soon, so we will finally see some action. I would have to imagine we can go up to 2 times until we do get that happening here. Finally get our cyber core coming in here, or his second cyber core, so we can get double the upgrades happening, and is continuing to macro the heck out of this game here. Once all these Tempests come out, they'll at least start feeding this food count. Look at that count. Wowzer, up to 2,400 bucks. Spends the rest of his gas here. 185, 197. Finally, we have maxed our food. Leads me to believe that is the time that we need to move out. No Zealot legs, which is a little bit odd considering that you only have Zealots. Zealot legs is finishing up though. So very well done there. And is continuing to get his ground level weapon 2. And is getting an expansion at the same time as well. Opponent, what the f was that for placement? Eric, that's shitty placement, son. You got to put the freaking thing in the middle. Either way, Eric, not bad. I'm not going to make fun of you. You are bronze, so you are allowed to put that over there. It happens to the best of us. So he will continue to macro up this game over here. He's up to a whopping 21 SCVs off a 2 base, but does have the mule count going, so very well done. Puts down another turret, and we are looking to move out here. We are apparently going to waste ourselves some good old probes here. Needs to feed the food count here, so very well done by our good man BrickS. So BrickS is kind of taunting his opponent at this point here by leading in all these probes. All those probes get in. They do see they are against Marine Marauder Medevac army here. Does get the cancel on the pylon, which he put right beside the army. That was probably a pretty stupid location. But he is going to scout all over the map, make sure he knows exactly where his opponent is. And is up to 199 for food. Tempest count is ridiculous. 15 Tempests, 14 Zealots. Has 101 expendable probes if he wants to send them out there, as his gas and food count is high enough to replenish his entire army to get it up to 200. So we'll sit back and relax, as it is a little bit odd that nobody's going to move here. We can probably speed this up one more time while we sit back here. Opponent is finally electing to get himself out a third, as it looks like here, as he does get out to the third location. But in the meantime, it does look like his opponent is finally moving out with probes and Zealots here. Does have the Tempest moving out as well here, so he is going to push himself up across the base. Opponent's going to wonder what the hell is going on here. That is a big line of probes here. Might be thinking this is the all-in push. We'll soon find out. Look at that army. That is freaking massive amount of Tempest. There he goes. Sends all the probes up here. Probes will all mount one by one very, very quickly to that Marine Marauder army. And he is going to plant himself right outside the base, replenish his army to replace those probes. And Zealots might want to get themselves right underneath there to take the front line. There we go. Very well done there. And take a look at their upgrade count. It is 2-2-0 for the shields. And 1-2 for the ground army there. And is going to send a couple more probes in there. They go in and out. There we go. Kills that one off. Very well done. Plants a couple proxies here just in case he needs some more Zealots to help out. But I'm pretty sure he's going to have this wrapped up, as that is a lot of Tempest there. Has a lot of bases at the same time here. It is 4 base on 2 base. Opponent did not elect to get a third out, but has himself at least that planetary. Not just going to help against that mass amount of Tempest. Feels the best move at this point is to get a bunker out. At the 22-minute mark, I would have to say the best move might be to have a ton of Widow Mines. But at the same time here, I don't expect too much out of Bronze League. So we are going to push ourselves out with some more probes here. Probes will be the front line here. Maybe he'll attack with them at the front, or maybe he'll just send them in to make some more food so we can get out some more Tempests or some more Zealots here. So they all get down the other end of the map here. Oh, it is apparently cannon time. So we're going with mass cannons here. This is actually going to be very interesting here. He's going to have a shit ton of cannons in the middle map. He's going to push all these units in here. Bonus probably feeling pretty good. He's getting all these probe kills. Usually if you see this many probes continue to come into your base, you have to know that your opponent is massing up one massive army, as you have to know that is to get a food count happening. And look at all those cannons. This is probably the most cannons I've ever seen in a game. We're at 34 cannons, and with all these ones finishing up, is going to surpass the 40 mark. We'll soon find out. We'll get a final count on the cannons before he moves out here, as all these units have compiled into the middle of the map here. He is at 176 now, so has a lot of room to build up some more Tempests and some more Zealots. There we go. Now they're all starting to hit the map here. We're at 38. We're at 39. There's number 40. Very well done there. Rest of them will slowly finish off here. If the opponent does elect to move in here, he will be in for a big shocker, and that's exactly what he's going to do. Wowzer, 43 cannons is our count here. Might get a couple more in. There we go. Now he sees the army here. Don't think he's overly impressed, though. Probably pretty pissed off. Backs off right away there. Loses quite a bit of units there. Lost a couple of his medevacs as well here. There we go. Does look like we're finally going to push ahead here. There's the Tempest with that massive range. They'll force this army out there. Zealot legs are going to get in there. They're going to go to work as best they can. He's trying to push them right into the Tempest fire here. Don't know if it's going to help here. There's way too many Tempests here. They're really going to work here. Wowzer. Take a look at the units tab here. We do have ourselves still up there with 21 Tempests there. Those Tempests should easily be able to finish this army off. Zealots will finish off the ground army. This looks to be GG. 187, 263 in the food count. Tempests will continue to push ahead. They'll take out the bunker. They'll take out the turrets. They'll do themselves proud here. They'll move ahead here. They'll be the ones to help finish off the planetaries. Those Zealots will end up going down here. And there we go. That range, they do 80 damage to that planetary. So that is a ton of damage here. And it looks like our good man BrickS has got this baby wrapped up. Barring a miracle here. There we go. Finishes off that planetary quite easily. And they'll push herself in the main here. Does have some Thors on the map here, but too little, too late. If we look at the count, they're just the 2 Thors, 2 tanks, 1 Marauder, and 9 Marines on the map. Not going to be enough to deal with this mass amount of Tempest here, as they are going to go to work on you with that super range. They should easily be able to finish off the rest of these Marines and Thors. Does have a lot of guys repairing that Thor. Don't think it's going to be enough though, as Thor will also take 80 damage being an armored unit. And that should pretty much wrap it up, as I have to imagine, unless Eric has some sort of magical plan, or if BrickS backs off like that, then that could also work as well here. But BrickS is going to continue to push forward here, try and take out that front line, try and take out the barracks, try and take out the SCPs. And also did put a turret down there. Very good location of the turret. Didn't really do him a whole heck of a lot of good. But either way, I will have to handle my early congrats to you, BrickS. My condolences to you, Eric. You gave it your best, my good man. You're my note. You got no money. You got no gas. But you got class. I will give you that much. At least I think you do. We'll soon find out a good game is going to come out of you. And this is not class, Eric. You do not fly away like this. This is actually kind of gay when you do that. Please don't tell me you're actually going to fly to the bottom corner of the map and force your opponent to chase you down. But either way there, he will just plant himself right over top. That is actually a nice sight to see that mass amount of Tempest here. So they're just going to plant above everything here. They'll go to work firing away at all these buildings. Should actually make quick work of the rest of these buildings here, as they do a ton of damage to buildings. So then we'll slowly watch him finish this off here while Eric runs himself away here. Way over to the bottom corner of the map. We will probably speed this up to 2 times here. And watch our good man BrickS clean this base up quite handily here. That's exactly what he does. Nothing but supply depots left here. Eric has no food count, so has nothing he can do. Down to 11 for food count here. And if he's going to chase it down, he's going to have to. Lots of probes moving around the map there. Does he know exactly where his opponent is? Yes, it does appear so. He's just going to chase him to the bottom corner of the map here. Look at these Tempests move at the slowest rate you can move. I do believe they are the slowest unit in the game, or at least pretty darn close. Right up there, Broodlords there, sorry. And he will plant himself down here to do nothing. But he can build himself an SCV if he chooses to do so. But you have been found, my good man. So he will get finished off by these Tempests, by these probes. And there you go, no GG. So you got no class, you're an ass. I will leave you with this. If you got a 52-inch screen TV and a 12-inch screen tablet, then you're lying to me. Because I ain't never seen the grass grow on the other side. You be good. Don't hurt nobody. Peace.